everybody, and welcome back to Just Sing Behind the Notes. We have not been here for a week because the dreaded lurgy hit me last week, and there's no choir for me. But it's nice to be back. And today I am here with one of the second sops,
Yes.
and this is Helen. So hello, Helen.
Hello there.
And welcome, Helen. We're going to delve back into your past.
Okay.
I know you were in a choir before you came here, but that is all I know about your history musically. So can you give us a little bit of an idea of how you got involved with music, whether the choir work or whatever it was from your childhood?
Well, it's probably like from tiny I started singing. So this is where I was thinking about it, 'cause I knew this question always comes up. And then how deep do you go? But I was about 4, and I was pushed into it because I developed a traumatic stammer from a burglary.
Okay.
And literally lost my voice like for a short period, and then whenever I did manage to speak again, it was like literally could not get a word out. And then speech therapist was singing speech and drama, so I actually started like in a group singing when I was 4, speech and drama. And there's videos, you remember the big video cameras you used to keep on your shoulder and the long wire up your whole hall? So when we used to get those from the tech and rent them out for a period of time, so there's like videotapes of me singing a little song, saying a poem, and then literally trying to talk after, and hardly any words coming out. It was just the singing, the breath work, all of that. So that's I've been like, and I love all the breath work that we do, because it just really helps. So did it all through school, realised I really liked it and was okay at it. So did my exams all through school, did like the school shows and Ulster Youth Choir, did all that. And then you have that gap of uni, marriage, mum, and sort of missed the singing then. So then I joined that little community choir you were talking about in Banbridge, really small choir, and then the leader, it just all fizzled out really, and I really missed it because that was my weekly thing for me. And then I actually came over that I thought you were an RE8 and you had moved, and then I was like, what's a sign? It's not meant to be, I'm not meant to join it. And then I came back the following week because I knew you were here, and then the first week I came, like I said to you, it just felt the right place again. I loved it. I think you need that outlet every week to do something just for you, those few hours, and you always say it at the start of rehearsal, switch off, forget about the work, whatever happened during the week, family, kids, all of that. And it helps because we all have so much going on, so much. And that's really, I missed that. And then through everything, they were like, you find a hobby. Everyone says, what's your hobby? And I was like, I really love singing, so to try and find it again. So I loved it, and then went back just whenever COVID, all of that sort of came in. I remember starting with choir before we fizzled out, and that whole separating out through the room, it was really strange. It didn't feel right again, it didn't feel right. And then it was lovely just to all be together again. It's been great.
You came, how many years ago, Helen, was that?
So it must have been the January after you started. So was that?
Which was the first January here?
Yes, it was the first, whenever you came here. I missed RE8 and I was here then. From that, and then we've just got much bigger then from there. It's been great. And then I remember you saying to me, what can you sing? And I was like, I don't really want to, where do you want to put me? And you were like, just go second stops. Because
I think it's a good
low then, but we love it now. Like, we're definitely the best.
I think it's a good fit for you, and you've got a beautiful voice, Helen, because I can pinpoint you. I can always hear you.
I don't know if that's a good or bad.
No, it's lovely. You do have a lovely voice. You're very musical, so it's a natural ability that you definitely have, but you've obviously nurtured it over the years.
Like I did all the exams, and then you just fall out of the way of it, and you can lose your voice a bit, so it's been lovely to come back.
So how do you find not just juggling the one rehearsal a week, but actually going over your music and then going to singing at Titanic, singing at Marks and Spencer's, whatever it is.
It's a lot. And that's why, I like that some of your events, you do try to make them on the Thursday nights, because I can commit to my Thursday night as choir night. So our Christmas concert being on a Thursday, all of that helps. I suppose a really good husband that will let me do that as well. And then obviously the 2 kids, so Jack, who we know is no verbal and special needs, but his person is Johnny to put him to bed and all of that. So I can slip out easier than probably Johnny can, so I think just we have to prepare, and you're always ahead of telling us when things happen. You just have to fit it in. You have to pick and choose, I suppose, as well. And then
there's an element of that for sure.
There is, but I work sort of 4 days a week, so I'm off tomorrow, so I can do different things, so it's great to have that. practice singing. Practice usually in the car, because if I practice at home, my
That's where
daughter,
most people seem
yeah,
to do it.
because if I'm at home, my daughter Katie is like, stop singing, it's so annoying, you know.
Yeah.
So I do most of it in the car, listen to it, or
Yeah.
yeah, so that's where I mostly do it, and it's good by ear, because I think if you don't have your
Yeah.
book of notes in front of you, so you're maybe not
Absolutely.
reliant on them as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, mainly in the car.
Yeah, it's amazing what goes into the muscle memory just by listening to it again and
Yeah,
again and again
yeah,
and again
over
and
and
again.
over.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that sort of gives you an idea of why music is important to you as
Mm-hmm.
well, because it just gives you that outlet. That is your thing. That
Yeah.
is your hobby.
Yeah.
So what is your favorite choir song and why?
Of ours.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. For few I don't like.
I do actually want to hear
I don't want to hear about those ones.
them.
I think as a collective group we all know which ones we're not that keen on. But
Excuse
no,
me.
like I suppose this is probably really corny and cheesy, but it probably is our anthem, why we sing. And then a long time ago, me and Michelle have this thing. I can't remember where it came from, but it was something like get your friends, or there was an event maybe that we all couldn't go to, and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna have no friends, or you know, something I say like that. So one of them is find a friend in why we sing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw, but in the Armour Theatre, whenever that came on, we reached over. It was so unprofessional of us, but we reached over and like held hands, and
Yeah.
it's so cheesy and corny, but it's
I know.
It's
I
just-
always find when you sing that verse, my eyes always catch somebody's. That's a
yeah,
very important line. I
yeah,
think.
it
Find a
really
friend.
is. Yeah, yeah. You know, because you can. Oh, I'm gonna get emotional. So silly. It's just a beautiful place to be.
Yeah, I know. I'm not looking at you because you want to get me going. But we've been very lucky with the type of lady that we have as well. But I think that's something that I'm very passionate about, is not to have any you know, the way with women and things, you can always go down the political line.
Exactly. There's nothing of that.
Yeah,
You know,
because
I
like
think
who
that's
wants that?
you
There's
know,
no
and
time for that.
part of you come into the choir and like people don't know all of you, but they know a little bit and enough.
Yeah.
You know, so you don't have to divulge everything that's happened that week, but they know enough to support you,
Yeah.
or
That's it.
yeah,
Yeah.
or give you a hug or hold your hand.
Yeah, like that start question, I never thought you were going to say what you said to me at the start.
Did you not?
No, it's amazing what I learn about people just doing the podcast, and that's why the podcast is so important.
Yes.
As much as Emma and I come in on Thursday night and go,
Roll your eyes, another one.
There's another one. But no, it's really, 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 really
Isn't
interesting.
it funny that you do? And even I've noticed that listening to other ones, that you maybe have this preconceived idea of maybe what their
Totally.
story
You can
is,
be
or
completely wrong.
yeah.
You can get somebody completely wrong.
And that's also really lovely of some of our events, that again we know like the little like group that you sit around, but then some of the events that you are throwing into the deep end to chat to others, like I remember the Jethro Centre that
Yes.
night, I came home sore with how much laughter we had, but talked to people that I maybe wouldn't have before,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and heard their story too.
Yeah.
So it's
I know.
really lovely.
It's why the little outings and everything are so important, because that's the time that people really get to
Yeah.
know each other.
Yeah.
Which is why our trip away is also going to be very important too.
God,
Right,
everyone.
here's some questions to give you a bit
Okay.
of like relief after making me
No.
cry.
And then, by the way, my husband's probably one of that, because he's like, "You're gonna cry."
Crying's good.
I know.
That's all. Right, coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Morning person or night person?
Oh, night person.
Introvert or extrovert?
Extrovert.
I would never have guessed that.
I never speak up. Never.
Dine in or dine out?
Oh, dine out.
Okay, if your life were a movie, who would play you and why?
Oh, who would play me? Oh goodness, that's a really difficult one.
Think of all those lovely young actresses.
The only one, like people would say this, and I don't look like it now, but I remember, I was quite sick in hospital one time, and all the nurses thought I looked like Martine McCutcheon. Do you remember
You
her?
do, you do look
So
like
they
her.
would maybe pick her just for like, because she's lovely.
Yeah, you do
Um,
look like her.
But who would play me? Yeah, maybe I'll pick her.
Yeah.
Just someone said that a long time
She
ago.
looks a bit like it. Yeah, okay. If you were stranded on a desert island, what three non-survival items would you be most upset about not having?
Oh. Probably, I know this sounds, but probably your phone you would need, wouldn't you, to
Yeah.
keep in contact?
Yeah.
Because even like family, I suppose, if you're away from your kids, you still need to find out
Yeah,
what's
and
happening.
you're a big family
Um,
person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Survival ones.
What does Helen Faulkner always need, always use?
Always you.
Couldn't live without it. For me, it's my mascara. I just have to have
Oh,
that
do
in
you?
my, yeah, that would be in my bag.
Probably dry shampoo is a really big one at the minute because I have no time to like wash my hair. And it's freshly clean tonight.
Love it.
Yeah, dry shampoo could be up there.
Okay, right, phone dry
That
shampoo.
makes me sound so like your phone dry shampoo. And what a
It's only
horrible
right,
person.
girly.
I'm so needy. High maintenance. I don't know what else it could be. I love a blanket. I love
Oh,
a
big
blanket.
cozy blankets.
Yeah, I love being warm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe pick that.
Very good. That's three very good things. Okay, so if the last thing you text was the title of your autobiography, what would your book be called? So you might need to look in your phone
Oh,
to
do I
see.
know how he texted last? Are you going to jump box?
Are you going to jump box?
Trampoline park and literally texted someone.
And that would be the name of your
Yeah, you
autobiography.
gonna jump box, yeah.
I love it. You're going to jump box. That could have lots of meanings, Helen. Let's not go there.
The book, who knows where that book's gonna go?
Yeah, who knows?
I'd love a ghostwriter to write a story about my life, actually, to be fair.
Oh, would you?
Yeah, I think it'd be good. Don't know if it'd be a bestseller, but be interesting.
Yeah, I bet it would be.
Yeah.
I think everybody, if you wrote a book about your life, there would be because
Yeah.
like Tracy's life, I only got a little smidgen of it, but my goodness, I would love to really just
Yeah.
delve
Yeah,
deep
because
into
even
Tracy.
like we were actually telling a story in work the other day. I don't need to tell what the story was, but you know, I worked in my practice now where I am for 4 years. I think after 4 years, like how we only find this out now, you know. So
Yeah,
there's loads to everybody's life.
yeah, absolutely. Everyone's
It's a
got
long
about
time.
20 layers that they need to get through.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if we went on a big choir trip,
Right.
what would you have in your top five songs for Producer Emma's playlist?
I would have to go cheesy.
Yeah,
Because
cheesy-
who
cheesy's
you're
good.
with as well. Like we all have to go to an ABBA song has to be in there.
Yeah.
Like a good Westlife one, maybe a good Backstreet Boys one.
Okay.
Then Five's been on recently.
Yeah.
Like so a few of my friends sent it, so I've been listening to Five, and everyone knows the actions.
Yeah.
Maybe
You're a bit of a boy band girl, are you?
yeah. Just listen to that. Doesn't sound like it. Although, like I love my good power ballads, and then like we've seen Bon Jovi and different things like that. But I think in a crowd of girls like that, you'd be in
Yeah.
that direction. Then you could do Steps as well, the Venga Boys, all of that.
Yeah, Steps came on was it Strictly the other week? I
Yeah.
actually cried. I just love them.
Yeah, no,
It's
they're brilliant.
ridiculous.
I saw them,
I shouldn't
and the
be
Venga
saying that in
Boys.
public. but
Venga
they're
Boys
brilliant.
supported them. Like Venga Boys didn't sing at all; they just danced the whole time. But that was an amazing
Yeah.
concert because Steps were amazing, and Venga Boys all their cheese, so it was
Yeah.
like, brilliant.
It's a real sing along, feel good.
Yeah.
Everyone that just kept
Yeah.
pumping out and
And
Strictly
you don't
was
realise how
brilliant.
many you know
Yeah,
until you hear it all. Yeah,
Yeah, I
so you
was
need all that sort of
doing
stuff.
doing everything. I was
Exactly, everyone knows all the moves.
it was brilliant, brilliant.
I'm sure Emma's got a great list ready for her.
Emma's gonna have some list, I'm
Mhm,
telling you.
mhm.
Okay. So if we were gonna have like we've performed in many a venues so
Yes.
far in our 5 years. Titanic at the weekend there being up there in the top five.
Mhm.
But if you had to pick a venue, where would you pick? Somewhere where you'd really like
Would
to
you
go
like to
to.
go? See, I know what people are saying, all the big ones. Do you know what I actually loved performing? And I think our choir would sound amazing. I can't remember. It's near Carnlough. So it was one of the Ulster choirs. We did like a, you know, you stayed over
Oh, you were in the boys' school?
St. Macneice.
St.
Yes,
Macy's up
yes.
on the hill, old tower.
Yes, and there was a chapel or a church on those grounds. So
Yeah.
the first year I did it was like the training choir, so we didn't do the big performance.
Yeah.
So we did a performance in that church, and it was just the sound was just, and I think our choir would be unbelievable in it,
Yeah.
and just the whole grounds of that. Do you know what I'm talking about then?
Yeah.
It's class.
Because I went to sit as a musical director on that side of the fence as Christopher Bell was
Right, yes,
training,
uh-huh.
so we went to get trained by him for a week.
Yes, yes.
So we got to listen to, and as you can see, I've taken lots of his tips. Like you sit still and your water beside you, and you don't
Yeah.
talk.
No, and
Yeah.
that week, like I've never had a week like that in training. Like
It's hardcore,
It's hardcore. I
Yeah.
thought we were going for a bit of crack. Now there was a bit of crack and all that, but it was
but not during rehearsal time.
No, there was nothing.
You
And
don't
then
move.
it was brilliant. You came out and had you'd separate like solo lessons as
Yeah,
well, which was
yeah.
brilliant. It was brilliant. Like I did it a few years, but that first year was just a bit of a shock when I first went into it. I
Yeah.
wasn't expecting how hardcore it was, but it was
Yeah.
brilliant.
It gets results teaching like that. It's
Yeah.
perfection.
Yeah.
There's no
It
doubt
was
about
such a
it.
short period of time, and like our
Yeah.
concert was amazing,
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that church or that little ground was
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Okay, that's actually a good place. That's
Mm-hmm.
doable.
Yeah,
That's a
there
bus
we
trip.
could go.
That's a
And
good
if
hour.
you can still stay over, because remember it was we all stayed over in the
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
accommodation.
yeah.
It's probably about, I don't know, 500 years old, but
So the
we,
crack. Oh, can you
yeah.
imagine the crack in a 500-year-old?
Yeah, and then we went out like out through the forest, and we all told ghost stories. Imagine the screams and Yehovan of all of us.
Oh, it would be brilliant.
Well, there you go. That's where a couple of
Christmas
years
at
time.
old. I think it's Garantor.
Yeah, something like that. I
Something like
can't
that.
remember. Yeah, up near Carnlough
Yeah.
then anyway. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Helen, if you had to then advise, not just for girls or ever listen to the podcast to go to a choir, what would you say to them?
To go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Explain why. What is it?
Just everything about it. I think, well, if you love music, you're going to love it anyway. And I think if you're thinking about it, do it. Don't overthink it. Don't think I might get enough. What will I have to do? Just do it. Because as I said to you, those first nights that I came through the door, even just the warm up, you know, it's the laughs and the fun that we have, you know, and then once that all comes away, there could be just moments of, you know, the music just really hits you, you know, really gets you whenever, or some of even, I can't remember, was the alto singing something, I remember they split and they were really low and like we all said, God, does that sound beautiful? You know, there's just some things. So the feeling you get from it, the community bit, the friendly bit, but also if you love music, it's just the best of both worlds. It's really brilliant. And don't think about it. I think people overthink. And I actually was chatting to someone else in the library, and I must have been wearing my jumper, and she was talking about, she was like, oh no, you have signed for the king and done it this. And I was like, doesn't matter. Come, come doesn't matter what we've done or what we will do.
Absolutely.
You know,
because you can have an absolute ding dong downer
yeah,
anytime.
Exactly.
And even when we did sing for the king, we could have performed Old MacDonald Had a Farm for what anybody heard of us
Yeah,
anyway.
exactly. You know, so yeah, no, it's just the whole thing. And as I said, there's some Thursday nights that I could just be like, oh, just not in the mood. And I've said it a few times, and it's my husband. He's like, go, because remember what you feel like when you come home.
I know.
And I do come home, and then we talk a lot anyway. But like I'm literally like, and Johnny, he's very busy at the minute with work, being an accountant this time of year. And I remember, maybe it wasn't last week, the week before. And he's like, do you ever just go to bed? It's like I've worked today, but I was all on a high. You are. The adrenaline just is amazing after it.
Yeah, you gotta just make the effort whenever you have nights like that.
Exactly. You just do. But as soon as you sit down and do your warm up, you know, I did the right thing. I definitely should have come.
Yeah. Well, Helen, thank you so much. We've got a bit of an insight into
you.
you. Did you enjoy
really
it?
Quick.
Was it as scary as you thought?
No, it was fine when you get started, but just coming in to see and everything, yeah. But no, it was fine.
And you would recommend some of the other girls?
Yes, definitely. And some of those ones that we don't hear as much as well.
It's the ones we don't hear. It's how to get them involved. It's the hard bit.
Just make them.
You are doing it.
Yeah. Or have a bribe, and you have a bribe or a prize or something for them.
Well, yeah, maybe could.
We'll think about that one.
We'll have a think about that. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for listening. This is actually our last one before Christmas. And then after Christmas, Just Sing takes another road to have another challenge on board for 12 weeks, which we'll tell you more about when we return. But until then, Helen's got a Christmas jumper on, and have a good Christmas and have a great new year, and we'll see you all back in January.